Hello and welcome to Channel Sports on Sunday. I am Ken Ochonogo. It is happy Easter. It is happy Easter. That is the mood that we are in. I tell you, when you catch me smiling, you know that yes, he is risen, and that is the reason we are here right now. But we talk sports. In all of this, we talk sports. And then we said, AFCON, the date has been, FIFA, CAF has just confirmed the date for AFCON 2021. I don't know, we'll still get out of this because we are running 1 year behind. Because when AFCON 2021 is starting on January the 9th of 2022, it tells you the same way that Tokyo 2020 is starting on the 23rd of July 2021. But then we'll converge in Cameroon back in January. It's been long way. When we're playing it in January, remember when we won it in '94, we won it on January the 10th. When we won it in South Africa, it was January the 13th. So those are the we're winning until we now say, okay, if I let us the calendar, take back the calendar so that we can be doing it when every other person is having sort of giving our players in Europe disadvantage of living mid-season, and some of them having that difficulty of making their team when they go back, to join them. Because when you go out for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then somebody else takes your position, by the time you come back, you have to fight for a spot unless you are a super regular. So we talked about all those things, and probably because of the money and other things, but now if the World Cup can also be pushed to December, because in Qatar 2022, the final will be 7 days to Christmas. That will be 18th of December 2022. That is when the finals will be held. So some of you might think of where you are going to hold your, maybe we are going to do Christmas in Qatar, or you want to do it here. But then, like we said, that is what is happening. 23 teams have qualified. 1 is yet to go. We're looking for the 24th. We're looking for the 24th team that will join them. We'll tell you why it is so. A National Sport Festival, they're already converging there, and athletes are there. But I'm hearing about 2 states now. I've been asked, so it's okay, fine, unless the COVID protocol people, President Tax Force say you should go, then you stay at home. Probably you have violated some of those steps that we said you should follow. So that has to do with the National Sport Festival. It is finally holding after about 4 or 5 postponements. Right now, the die is cast, and probably in 48 hours, the vice president will go over there and declare the games open. So it is happening all over. In football, what do you say? They went unbeaten, and then when it rained, it poured, because West Ham went to the bridge, and it was a deluge. The flood took the bridge away, and the players asked themselves, what could have happened if one man hadn't gotten the red card? For Arsenal, you are asking if Europe, yes, they still have hope to be in Europe. That is, if they win the Europa. So there is still hope for them to play Champions League. But the way it is slipping by. Liverpool came back. For Pochettino, we thought going to handle PSG will make him a champion. But it's looking like, man, is he choking? Is the Poch choking at that moment that is supposed to lift titles? A lot of talking points. Good news, athletics, we have about 2 more of Nigerian track and field athletes who has made the Olympic mark. We have 3 wrestlers who have made the Olympic mark. So we are beefing up our hope of picking medals right there in Tokyo. Is brightening up each day. But then it is Easter. We'll start the Easter way. Yemi is in the house. But before I go to Yemi, I have a special guest in the house. And then let us hear from her first. And then we'll now know before we do the talking. better. Ewa Can you pronounce that one? Okonlao.
Yes, you got it right.
Okonlao. So, Ewa, you're welcome to the show. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Yeah. Yemi, you listen to her?
Yes, I'm always impressed when I hear and see kids display their talent. 11-year-old saxophonist. Good afternoon, Ewa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Ewa, before let us have a little talk with you. When did you started playing this?
I started playing this instrument 2019.
2019.
Yes.
That's just about 2 years ago. So you were 9 years old then.
Yes.
Who taught you, your daddy or your mommy or who?
No, I saw the instrument in my primary school, Goshen Pillars Montessori. Then I developed interest.
Okay, you developed interest in saxophone.
Yes.
Do you have a music teacher in school, or did the school just had the instruments? Right in your.
The school had the instrument and a music teacher.
Okay.
But my dad got a personal music teacher for me.
Who taught you the keys on how to play it?
Yes.
But somebody told me that when you play this thing, that you will start having a headache. I mean, I just want to know, Sha. From the first day, so you don't feel any pain. You don't take pain reliever after blowing this.
No, sir.
It is pain free.
Yes.
It is pain free. Yes. Okay. Will be with us, and I tell you this: we are going to have a Easter celebration. But let me go to. Yemi, welcome back. You still have some explanations to make, but then let's start with that. AFCON January 9 to February 6, 2022.
Alice, good afternoon, viewers, and happy Easter. AFCON is back. Let's say it's fully back. The last couple of weeks, we saw a couple of qualifiers, people lighting up, footballers lighting up different turf. In Africa, we have the likes of Comoros Island and Gambia qualifying for the first time.
Yes.
They are going to be debuting. And this is an expanded AFCON
24 teams. If you don't qualify, then something is wrong with you.
Are you referring to the South Africans? Some big boys are falling. By the way, South Africa is not making it to the.
Yeah, let me take you on. Let me take you on that. I think we have this impression. Yes, I think that is the right way to use impression that you need to play CAF politics. That if you have become the CAF president or the CAF this, then you won't have the referees not go against you. Motsepe became the president of CAF. The first match they couldn't beat Ghana. The second match they went in and they beat, they lost, they picked one out of, if they have won any of those two matches, they would have qualified. I mean, so was Motsepe not playing politics? To instruct the, of course, to give some instruction to make sure that my team must be in Cameroon.
It's good to play CAF politics because you need to be there when decisions are being made.
Yes.
But again, you need to do the other aspect, put in the work on the pitch of play because some things are just really glaring for people to see. Look at that, their last game against Sudan.
Yes.
South Africa needed to, at least a point from that particular
pick a draw.
But in the first half, the game was home and dry. So what are we talking about? The South Africa football has been on the decline, especially at the national team level. It has been on the decline for some years now. And they have failed to do the needful, and they're going to pay for it. Nigeria, we went through this phase. We missed like 3 AFCONs. We missed in 2012. I think we missed in 2015 and in 2017. So we missed out for qualification for those AFCONs. The same thing is happening to them now. They need to go back to the drawing board if they really want to make their football progress. In terms of infrastructure, they've got it. But do they have the players? Do they have the coaches? Are they putting the right investment? Are they separating sentiment from professionalism? They have players scattered all over Europe, scattered all over other African countries. Are they bringing them in? Are they getting a coach that is able to harness this talent that they have? That's the question that the SAFA needs to sit down and come to talk about. They are allowing a lot of politics. They are allowing it interfere in the real aspect of the game, that is playing the game on the pitch of play, and they are suffering from it. Like we said, the Cup of Nations, AFCON, as it's called now, will happen in Cameroon, 24 teams, the likes of Egypt, Nigeria. Yes, we have qualified. We only have one more game that should have been concluded.
That is what
that is another.
No, I want to ask you. I want to ask
that's another politics.
He will take that now. 23 teams have qualified. All 24 would have qualified, but right now we only have 23. So, Yemi, Sierra Leone versus Benin. Why is this game outstanding? What is the issue? You know, because it's like a carryover. It happened to Nigeria. You understand when we played them?
Yeah.
So what are the facts behind this 24th team?
So the last game that has now been postponed was supposed to be between Sierra Leone and Benin.
Yeah.
And these two teams they are still in the running. They still have opportunity of qualifying for the finals itself. But what Benin did to what they allegedly did to Nigeria is they're facing.
I'm sorry, I'm not, you have been diplomatic here. They did it to Nigeria.
What they did to Nigeria?
They said it won't be tested positive. The one be now a daily 24 hours was testing negative and played in the next match in Lagos. Yes.
Now Sierra Leone is doing the same to them.
Yes.
Yes, they got to Freetown in Sierra Leone, and Sierra Leone now said 5 of their players have tested positive.
Yes.
And if you look at it, look at that slide. 5. Steve Muni, their top striker.
Yes.
Khalid Adenon, their captain. Joe Dosu and Cedric Ontaji. Those are 2 players that applied their trade in France.
Yes.
And their number 1 goalkeeper, Saturine Halegbe. He said those 5 players have tested positive. So Sierra Leone is now saying you cannot field this.
Their goalkeeper,
captain, top striker,
Jesus Christ.
and 2 players that applied their trade in France. So they have totally depleted the team. The Beninese now said no. We will never. We will not agree. We will play this game. So CAF has intervened. They've postponed the game, and this is politics. They did it to us.
Who do you blame in this case?
I think I will blame CAF.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the case in Europe,
yes,
what the UEFA does,
and even the CAF,
and even them,
yes,
what UEFA
does,
yes, is to take charge of those
exactly
testing, so that no country, no home team is using that as a weapon against the visiting team. Because that is what it has turned to in Africa now. People are not being sincere. And that's just it. Taking out 5 players of the opponent in the name of COVID. I think that's not being fair.
Yeah, I mean, this is 2021. When we're talking about 1970s, 1980s, you understand? Maybe Mehala wants to play us. We play them. We put the match at 2 o'clock in the afternoon because we know they are not Africans.
Exactly.
When we want to play them, they will not put the match. I remember Rangers playing against Molode Achalia of Algeria, and my man, my legend Emmanuel Okala. I tell you, they'll put them in artificial pitch. You know, we're wearing boots. It is when you get to Algeria, not Africa, you not how you want to buy the boots that you used to play on artificial pitch, not grass. And then the cold, the snow, they'll put you. So it has that. Whatever, I don't know. It's only in Africa you will call. They will not allow you to train, or they will allow you to fill the pitch, or they will make noise in your hotel room. I mean, like you said.
I remember 1992 CAF shooting stars versus Zamalek.
Yes.
They didn't allow them access to train. You see, they weaponized a lot of things just to keep the away team, put them at a disadvantage, position, and now. They are now using COVID tests.
We will use everything as a weapon.
So you're now knocking out 5 players of the opposition team. I think it's good that CAF has actually intervened in this, but I think it should never have gotten into
this level. And they should play the match on the neutral turf.
On the neutral turf and see who qualifies.
Who will qualify? Okay, I say, we've not forgotten you. You were supposed to be in church this morning.
Yes.
And then you're supposed to play some tune in your church. I have not rehearsed with you. So can you just give us one tune? Let's just give us, and then maybe. But also our sport fans are watching. So if you can tell them, if you can just play new one for any of their club, I wouldn't. You are here now. You are our guest. Yeah. Let's hear her.
Maybe
you're already singing along with her.
she might need to play something for Chelsea fans.
Okay.
Given the fact that yesterday,
console, if you can console
if you
them,
can console them,
is it possible? Just play for any of the fans. Yeah, let's go. Look, I think you check there. Oh yeah, good. No, go on, sit down. Oh, you understand? All right, better if you understand. All right, give it to us. All right. Chelsea's the color, please the color. Chelsea's the team.
West Brom is the team.
Oh, okay.
That should console.
That is console Chelsea fans. You understand? Sit down, please. I think if it is possible, we can start taking calls. You want to talk to her? She's here, and then she has console. You see, Chelsea went unbeaten. They were beaten. They were
under the new coach.
Under Tuchel, and then you guys didn't even want more Lampard to sleep. Is it the same team? Right? The West Brom came. So this is what they want to touch you. But then NYCA, she said, calm down.
Blue is still the color.
The blue is still the color. Chelsea is the team. You know, is that a tune? Chelsea is, oh my God, she gave it to us. So, so we are having her on set. You talk to her directly, calls, you want to talk to her, you want to hear her, and then let's see how this goes. She's our guest here today, and then she's going to make it up for us. Okay, let's see. We're still talking about the countdown. Let's look at the countdown to the Olympics. Right now, we're talking about 123 days. The other time, we went to 116, 100, but 109 days. So let's see if we can get the 109 days to the Olympics, and then 113. Okay, that's Tokyo 2020. That's the countdown. 109 days to go, like you said, and then also 141 days to the Paralympic Games. We've already told you that the National Sport Festival has started, but that is on the 6th.
On the 6th, yeah.
That is when the vice president will declare it open. If you can see that is the Tokyo. You can see the festival. So those who are preparing right there, are all getting there. And then, like we also told you, let us see the arrivals also in Edo. If okay, they say yes, Ken. Time for us to take a very, very short break. When we come back, we'll look at the arrivals in Edo. We'll look at those who have getting those medals, who have qualified for this, and then Ewa is in the house with us. Stay. Okay. Hello, you're welcome back. And I'm being told that, yes, Ruben is no longer, we had your voice. That is calling in from Delta State. Hello, Ruben.
Okay.
Hello, Ruben. How are you?
I'm fine, Mr. Ken. Good afternoon. And good afternoon to you with our little saxophonist there. Hello?
Hello, Ruben. Okay, I think I can hear you now. All right, go on.
Oh, okay, good afternoon to you, Mr. Ken.
Good afternoon.
Long time, and you're with our saxophonist.
Yeah, the saxophonist is here, I am here.
Okay. Mr. Ken, why is that you seem so happy and celebrating Chelsea's loss?
They did what?
You seem very happy celebrating Chelsea's loss. I would like to know your club.
I seem very happy. You see, you just want to throw stones from Sapele. You understand? I throw it back. Sure, you understand? When you start throwing stones, don't worry. The next two, you will know what you will know. She's here. She will play. She will console all of you one after the other. You that normally throw stones.
Just tell me your club. Your club. What club do you
I
support?
don't have club. My club is Ken FC. I don't have club. Channels.
Okay.
Have you not been following our channels teams? All the teams that play in the primary school community, they are all my clubs.
No problem. Remain clubless.
Yes, I remain clubless. Yes. I hope Ola Owoye will not come.
Okay, so Mr. Ken,
Yeah?
you see the qualifiers are just finished. And I hope, I want to talk about the respect to AFCON. I hope we will not have the same thing that normally plays out. When it is time for the proper selection for the players for the AFCON, you start seeing new invitees. It is now time for the coach to focus on the players on the ground. Just like I know they are talking about on the day somewhere and other people. Let them remain where they are. Let us work with what we have. Let them master their training patterns and all that. They can begin to bring them after maybe the AFCON, any new player, but there should be no addition except for extraordinary skills that we can maybe find a way to include one or two. But I think this is the time for proper preparation so that we don't go back and front again and begin to complain.
Ruben, the national team is not static. In 94, arguably our best year as a footballing nation, we had two teams, the World Cup team and the Nations Cup team. The Nations Cup team is supposed to be Team B. It was in that last match in Lagos against Ethiopia that Sondo Lise, that Peter Rufai, all those who entered into it and made us to win the Nations Cup. You understand? So if a player picks towards the competition and he starts scoring goals or he starts keeping clean sheets and he said because he has not been part of the qualifiers, he will not go. It's not done anywhere in the world. You have to be as good as the last moment. So the team it doesn't belong to anybody. It belongs to a player who is in form. It belongs to a player who is fit, and that is what it is.
No,
so we can't say because you are playing qualifier, a better player should not play.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but what you're saying is not tinkering with the entire thing. We've seen it done. Just like when they came and scrapped a whole set of players, replaced with another set, and you saw the result of that World Cup. We are afraid of that, and you know our hope and when we Nigerians watch the ball, our life is on that pitch. So nobody should play with our heart when they get to that. We want to win the fourth AFCON trophy, and that is it.
Your next talk should be to Ewa. Talk to Ewa. When the time comes, I'll pick hold of something and make sure you sit down with Raw, because it is Raw's decision. Whoever he thinks is better, this lady is going to pick. Talk to Ewa. She has something she wants to play. Maybe that will console you. Ewa, where do we go to next? Give us who do you want to play for? Okay.
Arsenal.
Okay, console Arsenal fans. You console Chelsea fans. Okay, let's go. All right, let's go. All right. Sorry. Okay.
Glory,
All right,
Man
okay.
United.
Let's go straight to where are we going to? Abia.
Abia. Paul.
All right, Paul. Paul. Hello, Paul. How are you? No. We kept Paul waiting. Paul, please call back. Please call back. He just went through there, and then he consolidated teams, and then he also played the other teams that are there. We've been trying to say Nigerian teams, and then that is where part of this is most of the big teams in Nigeria do not have anthem. In fact, almost all of them, probably apart from MFM, FC Fanyuba, and whatever. Shooting Stars do not have an anthem. The Rangers anthem we play for over 40 years. You understand? It's not available. You understand? You see, when we say, holy, 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 Enugu Rangers, another champion. Then check it anywhere, you won't find it. I mean, they don't have. The players, the fans cannot sing along. They cannot walk alone. You can't walk to Wembley. You can't say, we are Arsenal. You can't. And this is what unifies the team. This is what brings the fans together. This is the joy that is there. It is not violence. It is not bribing referee. It is not beating referee to pop or whatever it is. This is the synergy. This is the chain that links the team together. We challenge you here. Let us have your club items and we shall play it on this show. We shall do that for you. She just played Arsenal, played Manchester United.
Yes, she consoled Arsenal with their anthem, having lost them 0-3 to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yes, like you said at the beginning of the show, they are not doing so well at the home front. That's talking about the Premiership.
Yeah.
But they can still make it.
They can still make it with the Champions League.
If they win the Europa.
The Europa, of course. Because Chelsea did it in 20... was it? Chelsea, when they won the Champions League, actually, they were not doing well domestically.
Absolutely.
But they went on 2012 to win the Champions League. So I think Arsenal can still do it.
Arsenal can still do it. And she also played Glory, Man United.
Yeah.
Let's hope that the glory days will surely be back. And talking about the Olympics, like you said, we're really...
Okay, let's go to
Monday calling from Calabar.
Because Monday is there. Hello, Monday. Hello, Monday. It's Monday there. Wow. What is happening? What is happening? Get these lines through. Okay.
So we're really counting down to the Olympics. And like we mentioned earlier, 3 Nigerian wrestlers, Blessing Oborodudu, qualified in the 68 kg category. Aminat Adeni, 62 kg category. And Adijat Idris, 50 kg, have all qualified for Tokyo 2020.
Yeah.
We have some hope. Let's hope that they keep up the form and that they have the good preparation, good and adequate preparation. We don't want come. Yes, we know that the Olympics is almost here. It's rather late, but everybody must do what they need to do. Give the athletes what they should get. Give them the right conditioning, and let's hope that at least we can come up with some medal. We don't want 0-0-0. We are tired of it. We are tired of it.
We can't go back to London.
We can't go back to London.
No.
This is Tokyo, and something must be different. Really.
Okay. I think Paul is back.
Paul is back from
Yes. Hello, Paul.
Yeah, I'm back. Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon.
How's everything?
We are fine. We're fine.
All right. I know that our National Sports Festival have started, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish my people well. So
Okay.
I'm calling from other states, but my state of origin is Imo State. So I wish my state of origin athletes well in this our sports festival. And the girl that are playing the saxophone there, she's trying her best. Thank you for what you still are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Paul. Okay, Paul is a young dad call. Okay, you wish Imo State to do well. Then you are traveling in Abia. Abia, we would ask him, guy. But that is how it ought to be.
Absolutely.
You understand?
You see, the National Sports Festival ideally is our own Olympics.
Yes.
Where every state will push forward their best athletes. It's really a place where you see a lot of talent. You know, we've had this debate over the years. Oh, should we allow elite athletes at the National Sports Festival? But I've always been a proponent of put in your best, put your best foot forward. If your state can boast of elite athletes, why not give the supposed local athlete a chance to compete with the best? So I'm happy with the fact that yes, it's been postponed. We've suffered multiple postponements, but finally, the National Sports Festival
is coming close to the Olympics.
It's coming close
so
to the
moment you pick them, you send them to camp. You were talking about the wrestling team now. Courtesy of the governor of Bayelsa State, they were camped for 1 month before they went to this Afro-Asian, qualifiers. Yeah, you understand? So because the governor, made funds available, you understand, and then the Ministry of Sports also supported the team in going over there. Look at the results. We saw the Paralympians going to Manchester last week. We spoke on this show. We spoke to the Paralympians, and we found out how they are breaking world records. That's the best in the world. We're not talking about just qualifying. The best in the world. So it gives you that pleasure. It gives you that hope that yes, once you see, when you walk, you must see there is always a result for the effort you put in, and that is what we are saying.
And I'm particularly happy for the athletes. You will see that they train hard, looking forward to this competition, and then nothing happens. But now, everybody is happy. They are jubilant, knowing that yes, what they have trained hard for, they have the opportunity to showcase their talent and win medals in this particular competition. It's happening in Edo, and a lot of states are already arriving in the Asian city of Benin.
And if you do well and you're coming from Delta State, 1 goal is 1 million.
That's a lot of motivation.
Yes, a lot of motivation. I know chess. We have this, what's her name there? She was there at that time. I mean, the chess team from Delta, they already calculate how many millions.
They're already boasting. They will clear out
everything
that has
those are the teams that arrived. That is arrival. That is, the team started arriving in Edo already. Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, the area where most of the events will take place, and the environment, that is the pool, the court. That's the courts that they will playing. So a lot of things are happening right there in Edo. Now the athletes are arriving. Preparations are on the ground. Some of the games will start even before. Some of them will start today, before the ceremonial
this in itself.
This thing in itself. So that is Edo 2020. I can say, of course, we're in 2021, but if you want to change that logo, want to change you know what you are going. The cost of trying to rebrand into 2021 is something else. So it's still it will go down in history as Edo 2020, even if we know it took place in 2021. We still have a
and again, all COVID-19 protocols are being adhered to. And the news we're getting is that two states are actually not.
They flouted.
Yes, they flouted and they are not allowed in, and they are trying to sort it out amongst the state and the organizers. That's talking about Oyo State and Taraba State, because everybody's supposed to come with. Having gone through the series of testing and present their certificate.
Maybe they should set up camp by the border to enter Edo. So when you are at the border, if you have not get over, they can't be at the border first. Then by the time you get the clearance, you cannot go inside.
I think they have a robust arrangement in place, and that's why they're saying we've been able to flatten this curve. Yeah. We don't want the sports festival to be another super spreader that will come. So that's why they are making sure they are adhering strictly to COVID-19 principle. We're hoping to have a very, very good and interesting games. Hoping to discover a lot of athletes, while also seeing elite athletes coming to the party and winning a lot of medals too.
Okay, let's go to NYC. Let's talk a little bit. What class are you?
I'm in JSS2.
JSS2. Wow, 11. You're just 11. You just turned 11. Okay. When you are getting to 11, you need to put 12. You need to put your hand in your ear before you can start. You have to be 6 years, and before you start primary school. So your hand must touch your ear. You are looking at you think because you are brother, you just ask you. Okay, before let's go to
Shegun from Kaduna.
Okay, hello Shegun.
Hello.
Shegun, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, go on. You said you are fine. Let's hear you.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Kill the volume of your telly and speak from your phone. Kill the volume of your telly. Stay away from your telly.
I'm a fan of Manchester United.
Okay. See, Shegu, the volume of your telly is interfering with your phone, with your call. Kill the
Can
telly.
you hear me now?
Yes, can hear. Or stay away from the television. Or stay just and then kill the
Yes,
volume.
I want Ewa to please sing a glory song for Manchester United today. We're going to beat Brighton 3-0 today.
Okay, she just sang it. She can still sing it again. No problem by your request.
Yes, I want her to do that.
All right, okay. Ewa, let's go.
Glory, Man United.
All right, let's go. Wow, yeah. I hope, it's a request. You call it and she does it for you. I want to see when we now have Eimba anthem, when we now have Kanu Pillars anthem, when we now have, the anthems of all these teams, Kwara United, Osun United, when we have Aqua United, when we have the Rangers, Bendel Insurance, Superstores, Shooting Stars. What is happening? By the way, Shooting Stars is doing well.
Absolutely.
They are doing absolutely well. I hope it will be direct. If they win their group, they just come straight because
back to the elite division.
They won their first 8 matches and only lost one in the last match against Nnewi United. And then I spoke to somebody in the club and he said the pitch in Nnewi is supposed to be a racetrack. That balls couldn't flow, ball couldn't bounce and stuff like that. But Ewa is doing it well for us here in the house, and I tell you. So before the guy called, you said you're in JSS too?
Yes.
Already? Wow, you're a big girl. JSS too. You soon finish your enter SS. You soon enter SS, Abi. That big girl now become a senior student. Okay, but before then you are still a junior student. Shall what are your favorite subjects?
Mathematics.
Mathematics?
Yes.
Wow. What do you, okay, I know you already know how to do sax. I mean, this is already something that is quite natural with you. But if you want to go with this profession, music profession, or this is just, adult, you have something else in mind. Okay, before you answer that, we're in Lagos here, and we have, who do you have on the line?
Uzo,
how are you?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, all of you. See, when next you call, I don't kill the volume of your telly. I'll ask them to cut you off. Kill the volume so we can hear your voice well, Uzo. Please. Kill the volume of the telly. Reduce the volume. Okay, reduce the volume of the telly. I think you understand that better. Reduce it to the. Oh my God! Please, when you call in and they transfer you to the studio, you just kill so that there will not be interference. We can hear you, but when you are there, you are closer by. Then you will not be hearing those. Your voice will not be too clear reaching us right here in the studio. So please, I want to hear everybody who wants to call because you all are interested in talking to us. So. What other profession? What do you want to become when you grow up? Let me just put it that way.
I want to be a doctor.
You want to be a medical doctor, a surgeon, or a pediatric doctor, or what? Just want to treat people. You want to treat me, so I can come to Dr. Ewa. Ewa wants to be a doctor. Ewa is a saxophonist. Whatever she said, her best subject is mathematics. You see, there are some people when we were in school there, when the math teacher entered class, so they would think they had to jump through the window. So they have a phobia Some of them have a phobia for mathematics. They will speak English for them. When it comes to, when you see S plus X is equals to,
it triggers pain.
Well, yeah, why I'm telling you, look, my best subject is mathematics. You know, so I mean, you so that is good. Can you give us any other tune? Any other tune? Anyone? Just give us. Maybe if they are faster, they let them be happy. Today is Easter now. You are making their Easter. You know. Teams that have won the Champions League can understand that now. If your team has not won the Champions League, you will understand what she has just played too. You understand? That is the sound that heralds all the Champions League matches. That is the sound you hear when you get over there. And I tell you, she's fine. That is Champions League. Chelsea understands that. All right, we are going back to Calabar, and Monday is back. Today is Sunday anyway. Hello, Monday. How are you? Monday again. There was a day somebody called. I think he called around 4 or 5 times.
And he was able to get through.
He was persistent and he was getting through, and eventually we spoke with him. All right, we're taking a short break. When we come back, we're still in the house. And then it is the Channel Sport on Sunday, and it's Easter Sunday too. We're making your Easter, I suppose. Stay with us.
The ping-pong ball goes back and forth with intensity. Team Edo special table tennis players perfect their strategies ahead of the 20th National Sports Festival, which is on home territory. Blessing Agu is one of the medal hopefuls. The voice is barely above a whisper. His expectations are high enough.
The people in my category, I believe I can defeat them because I've been defeating them. Even 2002, I win 1 gold, 2 bronze. 2004, I win 2 gold. Then 2006, I win 1 gold, 2 bronze. So I believe I can stay to it.
From table tennis to badminton, Team Edo is brimming with confidence.
At Lagos 2012 National Sports Festival, I also won bronze. Then at Valo Jets, that is International Championship, and 2019, I also won gold too.
I think I won in the last National Open Championship in Lagos. I came runner-up 2nd position. Won the silver medal in singles, and in doubles, I came 1st.
Wrestling is one of the traditional sports at the festival. Again, Team Edo believes that the squad has what it takes to be among the medals.
In Greco-Roman, I think we have 85% chances in the Greco-Roman, and the freestyle is same. We have many champions there, like our female wrestler. Even she's at camp now at Bayelsa. Blexi Onyebushi, she's a Commonwealth champion, world champion. By His grace, she will be here too. Then you have Arasafa, you have Simeon, so they are champions in they are national athletes.
The next generation is not left out. These young gymnasts are positive about their chances at the Unity Games.
18th Menor is the current champion and will definitely remain the champion of floor events.
The mood is bright for the athletes as the countdown continues towards Edo 2020. Paucity of funds, however, remains the only source of concern. The hosts, the Edo State government, had explained that it needed extra funds to compensate for the series of postponements to the Unity Games. The chairman of the local organizing committee, Mr. Philip Shaibu, is certain that the federal government will deliver on its promises.
This time, because of the commitment, which is completely different from previous commitment that we've received, because we now believe that truly will be funded, you can see that the competition equipment are already been unveiled. We are installing all the competition equipment that have been in their caravan for over a year.
The 20th edition of the National Sports Festival has been built for April 2 to April 14. The Edo State government insists that the date will be sacrosanct.
You're welcome back. Yes, the date for the National Sport Festival, he said, it should be sacrosanct. Why wouldn't it be? After 4 or 5 postponements. But this, I hope that is that they have synergized, between the Ministry of Sports and the cash-strapped Edo State government that said, we do not have enough. But if you can support us, not in kind, but in cash, this festival will go on. I think probably that has been done. And then when we hear the stories of lack of funds, Jimmy's in the house. Iyo.
You know, I was looking at Yemi and yourself when she was, to the tune of the Great United. I don't know how great United is, but I can tell you how great Stationery Stores is. Especially when we at, the flaming culture. We continue to say that Emma Fiote, Bountora to Daraje.
Okay.
Yes.
Who are the hotels now?
The people like the all hotels that do not want Stationery Stores to stop being Abiku. To stop being Abiku.
Something are going.
Well,
right now they are going. They are not. They
will be back.
They are the bottom of the league.
We'll be back.
I will, if this is possible, I
will be back.
Jimmy's in the house.
We'll be back.
We'll see that. We'll see shooting stars at the top. Shooting. If at the rivalry of the Southwest is between Shooting Stars. You see, Stars has a lot of rivalry. They were having rivalries with ECN.
Exactly.
With,
even Beggar at a point in time in Lagos.
Has to relocate out of Lagos.
Out of Lagos just because of Stationery Stores.
Went to Ogun State because you cannot have two teams in Lagos.
Yes,
but thank God MFM came and then they tried as much as they could. They couldn't come in. All right, let's go to Akwa Ibom because we have. Hello. Is it? Sometimes it is when they transfer the call to the studio. That is when the thing just goes off. I don't know. This is Easter Sunday, and I tell you, it won't happen again. I think that will be the last one that will happen. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Jimmy, we have Ewa in the house, and then she's been entertaining us. She's been consoling some clubs, and then also giving hope to those who believe that one day they will win the Champions League. Because she just did the Champions League anthem just now.
So that's your own summary. She's giving hope to those that have not won the Champions League. That's your summary of the.
It's that so they must console those who
especially on the day after Arsenal have been discombobulated, decimated, eviscerated by Liverpool.
Okay,
I should take it easy.
Can we have this? Can we see this? Can we see the results of the match that were played yesterday? Let us see what happened yesterday. Because some bridge got shaken. And in London, whether it is blue or whether it is red, any part of London, I don't know what happened. London was in a state of not Easter. In fact, okay, Christ has not risen.
Chelsea lost 2-5 to West Brom. I don't know what happened to Chelsea yesterday. It's inexplicable. Leeds United defeated Sheffield United 2-1.
Yeah.
Manchester City defeated Leicester City at the backyard yesterday. Arsenal gifted Liverpool 3 goals in the second half. Gifted.
We have a nurse caller here. Olabi. Olabi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Fine.
I can see the two of you guys doing okay over there. But my own is I'm seeing stuff very well. And then I remember the doing of the student store then in Ibadan. I said, I don't want to figure dang. You see the folks from Lagos, then from Ibadan, come on, They will come with 50 more. That's right. Yes. Around 293 in Ibadan. You see strong boys from Lagos from Ibadan with very head high. But you can't happen again. The form of the township of Nigeria is no more there at all. Like what you're having now, that time, you see the type of they'll come around. at least a lot of things becomes like at least you kind of fall of the Nigerian again. How much you get that 30 naira? At least you kind of you get your money. At least that's all. And then my question is that during the week, you know, they give how many people in other posts in the camp, whatever, in the camp, whatever. And again, all these they are doing, is there any benefit or anything they are benefit from it as in country and as in football nation as well? That's just my question. And then another thing again, I want to ask you again, I said, the way anybody now they are still in continental champions, whatever. And again, they have almost 3 or 4 games standing. And then how they want to compete? Because the way I'm looking at it, you know, Nigerian things now, you know, the way they do are things in this country. Sorry, now they say that the union has ended. And now they want to keep for 43 or 44. That's what happened last season. That if I mean, the thing always just cost, if you give me all this confusion, you think the lower league and the upper league. That's just my question. Thank you very much. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, Wallaby. I think I get you. He's calling from me now. He said, look, you see Enyimba accumulated, they have, you know, about 3-4 outstanding matches. You understand?
Exactly.
And then, like in the Nigerian factor, by the time they now say how many matches, that is when I think it was in Argentina 78.
Okay.
The match between Peru and Argentina,
okay,
when Brazil was supposed to be playing. And then, you know, they shifted a match for 15 minutes. Okay. And then by the time Brazil match is finished, they knew how many goals they needed to score in order to proceed. And that was how FIFA started. It was from then FIFA now started saying that all matches at a group level, the last matches must be played, you know, at the same time.
And Ken,
you know?
This is exactly what we said about Enyimba last season, where we started the madness of weighted PPG and PPG and all sorts. We started with different terminologies emanating from nowhere. So I think it's high time they got the acts together. When I say that, I mean the LMC, to make sure as much as possible we are talking about Enyimba fulfilling all.
Let's go to Akwa Ibom. Hello. Hello. Yes.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Happy Easter, sir.
Happy Easter. Finally, you are true. Yeah.
Happy to hear your voice again.
Okay. Go on.
Successfully.
You want that to play? Your line is cracking. We can't hear you very well. Hello? Can you shift away from where you are? Probably we'll be able to hear you well. He's been trying to call in. This is about his 3rd time, just like Paul. Yes. I don't know what the...
I think he has a special request.
Yeah. He wanted Ewa to play something for, you know.
Maybe Enyimba, like we were talking about Enyimba.
Zobu is what they have. Zobu Enyimba. And that I think those are peculiar. It was just whatever. We used to play it along. But Ewa, do you have any other song? Any other song you want to play for us? Okay, can we play? Let's play some Nigerian
tunes.
Let's play some Nigerian tunes. Let's see them. I tell you this. Let's go. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. This last tune.
It's all about gyration. It's all about fusing entertainment, fusing music with sports.
Yeah, me is even dancing very.
Exactly.
When he had this last one, I saw him stairs. He was taking the steps there.
Yes, sir.
Somebody I should ask you. There's a question somebody sent to me. Do you like sports? The question is hanging.
It's hanging.
Because you have all these tools.
Exactly.
You have all these, your dad follow any which club your dad support? You know.
Chelsea.
Your dad supports Chelsea.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
No.
A lot of consolation must have gone down yesterday.
Okay. Anyway, let's not make this thing. Play the Chelsea tune for your dad. Play for your dad. I know. He has.
Yes.
Play the Chelsea tune for your dad.
Yes,
play for your dad. I hope your dad is consoled after what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
His dad is you see he's a replica of her father.
Definitely.
Femi, and then he's listening. He's around. He's in the house. Then you've just done him. Even if you are not taking breakfast today, eat well. All right. Okay. I think Michael is by. Hello, Michael.
Yeah, hello, bro. Good afternoon to everyone in the studio.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mike.
Hold on. Ewalua.
EYC.
Yes, you guys are just making me to laugh at some point. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The songs, one of the songs she played, I think you guys didn't sing it well, though.
Okay. Give us the right
is supposed to be Aya oh Aya oh. That is how it is on song. When I was growing up in stadium, when I used to come around,
you can use higher, you can use winner,
and all of that. So you guys are saying winner oh.
Yeah, you can say winner. Yes. Go on.
But in any case, well done, Ewalua. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Is that all, Mike? Okay. You've told her well done. Okay, well done.
Yes, sir. Well done.
Well done. Yeah, consoling those who are consolable, and you're giving hope to those who needs hope.
People like Deontay Wilder, because right now Dylan White is calling him out.
Yes.
So maybe he needs to be consoled.
Yes. Okay. If we have,
he's not had his title shot too.
Okay. Because we're talking about all that. Of course, we're taking some result, but like you just said about that. The female World Cup 2023.
Yeah.
Where it just been out to take place in New Zealand and Australia. That is in 2023, but that is the opening.
The host cities have been revealed. Yeah. The opening match will be played at Eden Park, Auckland.
That is in New
The
Zealand.
final match will be played at Stadium Australia, Sydney. Yeah. We hope you all join us.
Yes, and those are the cities.
And the cities are Adelaide, Auckland, Auckland, Macau. Okay, Auckland, Tamaki, Macau, Brisbane, Dunedin, and also Otepoti, Hamilton, Kirikiriroa, Melbourne, Perth, Sydney, Wellington, Tenwan, Gunai, Tara, Wow, Ken.
Yes,
Yes,
they are New Zealand, they are New Zealand, they are native,
definitely,
they are
yeah,
native
names, yeah, exactly.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
You know,
see you in 2023.
Yes, in 20. So that is where it is going on. And then, like we said, okay, in boxing, the Ring Magazine came up with the top 10
and that
ranking.
Tyson Fury
is
right
up,
there on top, number 1. Anthony Joshua,
yeah.
number 2. Deontay Wilder, number 3. Dillian White, then followed by Luis Ortiz, Joseph Parker, Andy Ruiz Jr., Michael Hunter, Alexander Povetkin, Oscar Rivers, Alexander Usyk.
Okay, that's what we're calling it today. But can you just give us the tune as we go?
Maybe national anthem.
Any tune you want to give us? Just give us any tune while we close the show. It's been Channel Sport on Sunday today with our special guest, Ewa Lua. Oh yeah?
Let's do it.
Let's do it as we go. Thank you very much. That's the show. I'm Ken Ochonogo. Catch you next week Sunday and stay blessed.